It's super pretty, and the sun is all golden right now. My hair is all wacky doodle. Where was I at? Fear of being seen, fear of being accepted for, your thought patterns, your ways of thinking, your mentality in certain situations where not other people share the same mentality. Like, looking back at my grandma's death, that had a lot of guilt on my end for not foreseeing it in the way that I said, or the way that I've seen it, where I've seen the lessons to be learned in the situation. Thought I heard something, maybe like a deer or something. But that's the thing, though, is that this right here is literally what I've been asking the universe for this entire time. But it's the fear, the deep set fear of failure, the fear of being outcasted, the fear of not belonging. That's a big issue in the world nowadays, because everybody is starting to wake up, and a lot of people feel alone. A lot of people don't know what direction to take in life. A lot of people are stuck in their continuous negative patterns, negative thought patterns, that they stay in a place that is so comfortable that there's no room to grow. You have to give yourself room to grow. You have to put yourself into uncomfortable situations in order to find the strength in you and the strength in accepting the world for what it is. And just to be yourself, just to be who you came here to be. But you have to start somewhere. You have to give in sometime. You don't have to suppress your fear to the point where it becomes so ingrained into your subconscious that it never actually leaves you. It's still set in there so deeply. You have to accept it. You have to accept, maybe, hey, I'm afraid because of this. I'm afraid because a long time ago I wasn't accepted. I was bullied in high school. My experience. I was bullied in high school. I was an outcast. I was the black sheep. Nobody understood me. But that's not the thing at all, is that the people didn't understand themselves. So they would never understand you. Somebody who is true and genuine and, true to themselves to the point where they are the black sheep, where they aren't the normal type of person, where they're awakened to a hidden light that many people have. And our job here, I believe, our job here on the planet is to unlock access to that hidden light. But not only unlock it, but share it with the world so that others may in turn share their light too. And that's a hard thing to do. It's hard to... Spirituality is such a paradox. Because you are everybody. You are. You are consciousness looking through everybody's eyes. The only thing different between you and that person standing over there, or you and that person standing over there, is the fact that you're in different individual bodies. That's it. The light behind your eyes are still the same. You are awake. You may be stuck in the patterns of your own thoughts, but that's because you created it. And that's the hardest thing to tell people, is that the suffering, the fear, all of it is caused by them. It's caused by other people in the past awakening or enabling a traumatic experience, but it's you who needs to let go of the experiences from your past in order to create a brand new future for yourself. And a lot of people nowadays are so comfortable with being stuck in their own matrix that they're creating, that they're not willing to take a step into their true selves, into their true power. Because your true power can create anything that you want. And the only limitations holding you back is you. I hate to say it, I really dislike, I don't want to say hate, I really dislike being the person to tell you that you are the one that needs to take your power back. You are the one that gave it up to begin with. Just like me, just like anybody. Like, I am giving my power to fear. Maybe not at this moment, because I'm like stepping into something that causes me initial fear. But you have no idea how at war within myself that I've been because of this fear. This is what I've been asking the universe for a long time. And now I'm at the point, the universe believes, I'm at the point in my awakening process that I am able to do this. I am able to come from a place of love and understanding that many people are suffering too. The world is waking up. The world is changing. This is 2023. This is the age of Aquarius. Knowledge comes out. I always thought that they were talking about, like aliens or, astral projection or, conscious-based things, not the knowledge, the awareness of your true self within you is going to wake up. That comes with really hard times. It comes with battling your ego. It becomes a war of what you know is right within you, within your intuition, within your heart, and what your logical brain, what your ego is trying to latch onto. It becomes a war. A war that you can only win once you let go of the war itself. There is no winning this war. Because you are both your ego and your consciousness, your light, there's a jet plane going. You are all these things and more. You have to find balance, because ego does have its place. You could be walking out in a forest and then you hear some rustling and then immediately think, oh my God, there's like a cougar or there's a bear coming to get me. And it turns out that that's correct. There was a bear behind that tree. Well, now your ego just saved you. But in situations that your ego latches on to your belief system with what you thought was correct this whole time, what you're so unconscious about, that's when it becomes detrimental to your soul. That's when you lose your power. That's when you give. That's when you over-identify with your social conditioning that you grew up with all the trauma in your life. You over-identify with it. Yes, it happened to you, but you do not need to make it you. You do not need, you are not your trauma. The trauma has happened. And if you continue to harbor it and hold on to it, then it is you. And that's not a good thing. And just like me in this current situation of fearing the unknown, and fearing what I'm stepping into, fearing my own true power. It is all in my head. And I know that. It doesn't make it easier. It makes it slightly harder. I mean, it was soul-wrenching, but easy to stay stuck in the matrix of your own conditioned thinking. It is freeing, but the hardest thing to let go of it, to step into your power, is the hardest thing. Because you need to let go of a lot of things that aren't you. Anyway, here, let's look at the water real quick. See how beautiful it is. Hi. It's super beautiful, and look at all the birdies. You see all the birdies? You see all the birdies? Anyway, I think I'm done. I hope I have touched or helped somebody. Even if it's myself. You know, this is my first step into the unknown. But I want you to take it with me. I want to be here for you, for me, if that makes sense. I want to show you the process of stepping into your power so that you can do it too. You aren't alone. If you feel like you need to let go of something, if you feel like something's not in alignment with you, it's not. You have to feel it with 100% of your soul, with 100% of you. And if you don't, then it's not for you. I'm sorry to say, it's not. I've had to let go of a lot too. But I feel more free even doing this video. I just took 2 weeks to film my first video. 2 weeks, almost. 2 weeks to get over the hump of, God, that's pretty. Hold on. Two weeks to get over the hump of my own fear that I've set in myself. The fear of change, fear of the unknown, fear of my own power, my own psychic abilities, my own Piscean, fishy nature, my emotions, all of that. It's all been conditioned in me to think that I can't do anything by myself. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of letting everything in my outside world control me. I need to take my power back, and you do too. It is not an easy process. But there are people like you going through the same thing. There are people letting go of the things that are not them. There are people going through the dark night of the soul. There are people that need love, that need to be heard, that feel alone. Sometimes I feel alone too. Especially when I'm cycling through all my negativity, That's when I truly feel alone because I'm at war with myself. If I can't be there for myself, if I'm in constant war with myself, then how can others be with me? How could I truly be present in the situation? How could I be truly present with somebody if I'm constantly battling my inner demons, my inner thoughts, my thoughts that say, you can't do this, you can't do that? You are not alone. And I hope this video has found you and has changed maybe a couple thoughts, just something, maybe opened your eyes to the fact that you aren't alone, that this year is the time to take your power back. Everybody needs to take their power back. Anyway, so I'm gonna start doing this like whole little spiel. Just whatever I'm going through, you know, at the time, whether it be fear, whether it be relationship drama, not drama, but like, you know, how to healthily coexist with your partner, how to show love, how to let go of past traumatic experiences, how I do most of this, how I do my inner work, how I formulate thoughts correctly instead of fear-based and ego-based. But yeah, I hope you have a good day and a good night. Look at that sunset. Hold on. Look at that sunset. It's beautiful. It looks like a bomb just got dropped. I don't have any wood to knock on. Is sagebrush brush wood? I think it's a brush, which is kind of wood. Knock, knock, knock. With everything happening in the world, I don't want to bring that into fruition. Anyway, okay. I hope you have a good night, and I love you. I see you.